Hey friends, Sleepy here, and welcome to a new episode of my weekly playlist series. It's Friday, and it means it's time for me to share with you guys the games I've been playing during the week. I'll give you guys my thoughts and opinions on them, whether I think you guys should check them out or not. Of course, I would like to hear your guys' thoughts on the games I shared with you today, whether you played them before, maybe there's something you liked about them, maybe something you didn't like about them. I would love to hear about the games you guys are playing, as that gives me ideas of new games to check out, and I have really enjoyed hearing about all the games you guys have been sharing with me this year. You guys have piqued my interest in a lot of titles, and if there's any games you think I should check out, let me know. Always looking for new recommendations and new games to check out, and I play games for all kinds of consoles, all the way from Atari 2600 all the way up to the Xbox One X and 8th Gen. So keep up those suggestions as well. Really appreciate those. Now, I do only have one game to share with you guys this week, and that is for the Xbox One. This is actually the first time I've got to play games in a few weeks. It's been like, I think this is like 3 weeks since I've had a episode of this, as I've just been extremely busy with work, putting in a lot of overtime. I'm actually just also recovering from having a cold, so my voice might sound a little nasally, a little messed up. But I am recovering from that. I've just been exhausted and just have not had much time to play games. And also just haven't been feeling that great. But this past Tuesday, I finally popped in this game and beat it. And that was Evil West for Xbox One, Xbox Series. It's also on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and the PC. This was an amazing experience. Absolutely loved this game. So let's take a final look here at Evil West. Alright friends, we're taking our final look at Evil West today. I finally was able to beat this game. It took me a little over 11 hours. I had an absolute blast with the game. Something that's really cool is this game does feature a new game plus that you can start once you beat the game, where you can carry over all your stats and you can go back and replay the game on a little bit harder difficulty, and then you can mop up all the stuff that you missed. So that's what we're going to start here and show you guys a little bit of the gameplay. So you guys get to see a little bit of the intro here, the very beginning, since this is the very first level.
Since the time of the Founding Fathers, dark forces have been preying on America. As the fight against these vampires continued, a secret organization has trained people with remarkable skills. The agent's duty is to protect ordinary people from the forces of evil.
Chester's in a chattier mood than your sour ass. Don't worry about the other boy. Dynamite's a great conversation starter. While we're on the dynamite, Chester will be none too chatty with his guts sprayed all over a train carriage.
I know how to shape an explosion, Edgar.
Wait for it.
Arrow's not gonna be happy about the bridge.
Oh, Barrow could suck my dick. He's the Secretary of War, not the Secretary of Bridges. Let's go have a look-see. I go high.
Yeah, this game just looks beautiful in 4K here on my Xbox One X. And if you were to play it on an Xbox Series X console, it would look even better. But I just love the visuals, and I love that there's such a variety of levels that you get to play through in this game. As there's 16 chapters, you get to go through deserts, you get to go through Old West stuff, you get to go through swamps and caves, underground stuff, snow time. Like, there's a huge variety of levels, and there's a huge variety of creatures as well. It's really awesome being able to replay this game with all of my abilities and stuff, as this game definitely difficulty ramps up as you play through the story. About halfway through it gets really difficult, and as you continue playing through the game it just gets more difficult and more difficult. But really good game.
Nah, it's not that bad. Damn it.
I mean, they did a really good job graphically with this game. The music is phenomenal. The voice acting is done really well. This is a very, really well-made game. I had an absolute blast playing through it. I'm so glad that I was able to finally beat it. Now, I'm not going to completely rebeat the game again, as I'm going to save this second playthrough for later on, but I just wanted to give you guys a little look at the game and the gameplay and stuff, share my thoughts and stuff with you guys here one final time with it. Love the RPG elements in this game, where you can level up Jesse Rentier, all kinds of different abilities for his gauntlet and his different melee abilities. You also have upgrades where you can upgrade his various weapons that you unlock throughout the game, where he's got a pistol, the gauntlet he uses for melee. He's also got this really cool cross he can use. Got crossbow. You've got a rifle. Got a Gatling gun you unlock. All kinds of really cool weapons that you can unlock. And you actually use money that you find throughout the world, as there's little collectible money chests and money you find. You actually use that to upgrade your weapons. So it does pay to explore everything. And this is one of those games where I would recommend just go through, play through the story and enjoy it for what it is, go through, and then go back and mop it up with a guide like I'm going to do. Sadly, there's no strategy guide for it, so you'll have to use an online guide, but I'm looking forward to going back here and mopping up all of the collectibles that I missed. You also have a really cool here, the lore, so you can see every name of the different levels, and it actually tells you what collectibles are in the area. So there's lore to find, which gives some backstory. You might find letters and notes and pictures and stuff. There's chests where you can use to actually unlock in-game stuff. And then there's also the money, where it shows I'm missing one thing of money in this level. Then I can go to the second level and see what I'm missing from there. And then I really like, too, is it gives you a description of what's going on in the story for each level. So it kind of reminds me a lot like of Gears of War. You also have little dossiers on the various characters that you'll encounter in the game, which I don't want to go into too much because I don't want to ruin any story or anything for you. And then you also have the various vampires and creatures that you fight in this game, because this whole game is all about fighting the underworld of vampires, and you're part of this elite group that your father started, the Rentier Institute, and behind the enemy lines, behind secrets, you know, where the American people don't know about the ordinary citizen, that you're keeping them safe by fighting these various vampires, werewolves, and creatures and monsters that all work for them. Really cool. Tells you all the different monsters you get to. There's a huge variety of monsters you'll fight through, and as you progress through the story, they get more difficult and more numerous, and it gets really intense, and some boss battles and stuff are absolutely crazy. I had a lot of fun with that final level. Was probably my favorite in the whole game. Really awesome. And then these are the various collectibles that you can go back and see some of the stuff that you can find. If it shows locked, then those obviously are ones that you missed. And then there's also the tutorials and stuff as well. And then your various options and stuff. And then another thing that's cool too is you actually can find different outfits for Jesse to wear, where I since I pre-ordered the game, I actually got the little pre-order DLC that's actually physically on the disc. So if you buy a physical copy, at least an Xbox One or Xbox Series, you actually have this gold outfit, but he starts with a red outfit, but you can also unlock these ghost outfits. So there's 3 other ones that I haven't unlocked yet, but just kind of cool thing that you can put the little skins on there. So I have this gold one for him, and I think it looks really awesome. So let's see if we can get into a little bit of combat.
Let's give it a try.
And I really like that they highlight objects there. You can see how it's highlighted. It lets you know that's where you can interact with. You can see what they like swing down with a little lasso thing, which is pretty cool.
Gosh.
And there's some money there that I found that you can then use to upgrade.
What's that sound? Stop whining and start moving! You smell that? Shit!
And there's some of the creatures and stuff you can fight. So you can use guns, but you can also then use melee on enemies. And there's finishing takedown moves, and enemies will drop health if you're able to do a finisher on them. And there'll be some other little special stuff like that where you can unlock, because there are no health potions in this game at all. And I do have a health like flask on me that then when I use it does have a cooldown period. And then there's various abilities and stuff you can unlock. And of course, since I'm replaying this game, all the tutorials are turned off, but these first several chapters, like the first 4 or 5 chapters, the game actually will have tutorials right before you enter a battle, and it'll teach you new techniques and stuff as you're battling the creatures, so you can learn how to fight them properly. It also pays, too, to make sure that you are going off the beaten path like this and looking for secrets and stuff, because you just don't know what you'll find. And see, like I was able to find some stuff by going off the path and seeing where there might be some secret stuff, because you can miss stuff. And if you trigger a cutscene to a new area, you know, you won't be able to go back. You'd have to restart the chapter to get it. So it does pay to make sure you take your time and look around for collectibles that you might have missed. So see, like at this point now, I can't go back there. So if I missed those collectibles I showed you guys that I picked up, those different money bags and that chest, I would have to reload this chapter again to get them, because now I can't go back. So there are points of no return in the various chapters, so you do have to be careful. And that's where you'd want to play through in a second time to go back and mop up the stuff with a guide. Because if you're using a guide when you first play it, you know, you're probably you might spoil some story stuff, and you just really want to experience the game, because it does have a really fun story, and I had an absolute blast with it, and I really do hope that they will make a sequel.
Time, Chester. I'll take that.
And of course the enemies won't die as quick when you're first playing the game, because I'm playing with my guy being leveled up. And I have different abilities and stuff, but just wanted to give you guys a little look at the combat and stuff and just see what it's like. And one tip I do have for you is I have noticed that headshots do a lot of damage to the enemies. So it does pay to try to go for headshots, look for weak points and stuff with enemies, and you have to be very quick in some of these battles, especially as you get further along. You will fight a variety of enemies at once, and you'll have bigger enemies that are spawning little enemies, and so you have to kind of focus on some of those big creatures and stuff while avoiding the smaller guys. They can get absolutely intense and insane as you plow through the game. But you definitely want to make sure that you are leveling up Jesse and make it to the way that you want to play it, and make sure you level up the guns and stuff and things that you use in his abilities. It's very key to learn all the different combos and stuff in order to successfully play and beat this game, because it does get very intense, and the final few chapters are really difficult, but it feels really rewarding when you finally beat the game. So I just wanted to give you guys this final look at Evil West. Absolutely loved the game, had a blast with it, and I definitely can't wait to beat it a second time here down the road. Sometime next year I will continue playing this game and mop it up, and then play it where it's a little bit more difficult in this new Game Plus mode. So definitely look forward to that. Hope you guys enjoyed this final look at Evil West. Hope you guys enjoyed that look at Evil West. I had an absolute blast playing through this story. It was awesome. I loved it from the first beginning of the game all the way through the end. It took me a little over 11 hours to completely beat the game. It was satisfying. I loved the visuals, as you guys got to see in that clip. The music is awesome. The voice acting, everything in it is amazing. And if you were to play it on the Xbox Series console, it runs even better at 60 frames a second. The 4K looks better. Everything visually, the game just runs so much better on that console or PlayStation 5. They did a beautiful job with this game. I absolutely loved the story. I loved the characters, the setting. I mean, it's one of those games I had a lot of fun with, and it makes me want to replay it again. But since I have so many other games to get to, it's one that I'm going to play again down the road sometime next year. But I love that they added a new Game Plus mode to this, where you get to carry all your stats over, and you get to replay the game a little bit harder difficulty, and you can go back and mop up all the collectibles that you missed. And it has the same kind of like pacing and setup of like a Gears of War title. You know, this is a linear game where you're going from point A to point B. You're going through the story. It's not an open world game, but, you know, we don't need every single game in the world to be one of these 100 and 200 hour games. You know, I love these games that are like 10 to 15 hours. You play through the story and stuff. And it's one that's where it's really good, where you can go play through it a second or third time. Highly, highly recommend you guys check out Evil West. Really good game. I had an absolute blast with it, and I will definitely be talking about this one again in the future in one of these episodes when I do go to finally mop up all the missing achievements and the missing collectibles and stuff, and beat on that harder difficulty with the New Game Plus. So I do love that they have a New Game Plus mode in this. Really liked the ending as well, as it does kind of leave up where they could maybe make a sequel to it. That's all I'm going to let you guys know, which is really cool. I would love to see an Evil West 2. It would be really cool to see this become like a series, as I had an absolute blast with it. So definitely highly recommend you guys check out Evil West. I definitely would say it is worth the $60 price tag. I only had to pay like 30 bucks for this though, because I had my GameStop points, and I was able to use that to get a gift card, and then I also had my $5 off, so I got like 30 bucks off, so I only had to pay $30 for this game. Highly recommend it. It was worth the $30 price, but it's definitely one of those titles that's worth the full $60 price tag. Highly recommend you guys check it out. Let me know your guys' thoughts on Evil West. Let me know what games you guys have been playing lately, and if you have a suggestion on a game you think I should check out, let me know, as I'm always looking for new games to check out, and I do appreciate that. Also, thank you guys so much for such an amazing year. Here we are. We got tomorrow, and then Sunday's going to be 2023. It's been a great year, 2022, for me for gaming. I played a lot of games this year. I beat a lot of games, and my goal for next year is to play even more games than I did this year. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get more time in for gaming, as I absolutely love it, and I love sharing with you guys. And this has been one of my favorite series that I've had here, and it's crazy that we're almost to like 160 episodes, almost 160 weeks of me playing and sharing games with you guys. I hope this series has encouraged you to play more games in your collection. You know, as much as we love collecting them, you know, it's even more fun to actually play and enjoy them, as that's what they are meant to be. So keep up the I'll keep up, you know, making these videos for you guys. You guys keep watching them. And I'll see you guys here in the future. Take care. Have a great day. And Sleepy will see you guys next time.